Recently, I have been doing a lot of critical study, research, and investigation on the activities of foreign nationals in our real estate industry. I discovered that the industry that has been undervalued, undermined, and neglected by Nigerians themselves is the same industries that the foreign nationals have dominated and they've been investing massively. Now, when I talk about the foreign national, what exactly are these guys? I'm talking about foreigners who have major real estate investments, not just in Lagos, but in every part of the country. So today, I'm going to be talking about the activities of the Chinese in the Lagos state real estate industry. And I'm also going to be giving insights of what they've done and what real estate investors should expect a few years from today. Welcome to this channel. If you are a new subscriber or a new viewer, endeavor to please subscribe, and trust me, you obviously don't want to miss any part of the video because you are going to have a nice time watching this. You're welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about why some set of foreign nationals are still involved in real estate activities in Nigeria. But our area of emphasis will be on Lagos, and we'll be talking extensively on some of the activities that these people have been actively engaged in. Far back in 2024, there was a news that a property that was said to have been linked to the Nigerian government that was advertised on eBay was seized by the Chinese. This news dominated the social media scene, and a whole lot of people, expressed their concerns, and of course, people lent their voices to the situation. However, my area of emphasis basically is that a lot of people today don't believe in Nigeria. A lot of people today have written off Nigeria, and a lot of people today are like saying that nothing good can come out of this country. But the Chinese seem to see the exact opposite of this. And I found out basically that they have been actively involved in the construction of so many real projects, notably the Lagos Abuja rail project. Also, they are also actively involved in some of the power plants, notably the Zungeru power plant and several other projects that we have in Nigeria. So what exactly is the deal that the Chinese government have in collaboration with the Lagos state or the Nigerian government? All I can say basically is that in the past administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, we know that the Chinese have been giving all kinds of loans to the Nigerian government. However, most of people have this opinion that the Nigerian government is gradually ceding larger parts of its projects or larger parts of its resources to the Chinese. This information is yet to be unproven with substantiated informations and data that can give us further light into it. But my major concern basically is that why are the Chinese investing in Africa? Why are they at the forefront of constructions? Why are they at the forefront of power generations? Why are they functioning manufacturing? Interestingly, there are some allegations that the Nigerian government during the era of President Muhammadu Buhari borrowed some amount of money from the Chinese, and they are using barrels of oil as their collateral or as a means of repaying the loan. Of course, like I said, these are allegations, but they stand to be proven. But this obviously I've seen while the Chinese are actively involved in infrastructural development. Let us go back down to the history lane. We all know that before the independence, there were advanced nations of the world who took territories to them. Let me take you to the Berlin Conference that saw the amalgamation or the scrambling of Africa. And after the Berlin Conference, Africans were partitioned into different colonies. Obviously, Nigeria fell into the British colony, and Nigeria was later colonized by that. Now, some of the activities that have been going on in the nation in terms of governance, economic policies, many people have argued that Nigeria is still kind of experiencing what we call neo-colonialism, or some would say Nigeria is experiencing what we call partial independence. That obviously is yet to be seen. But what I have seen basically is that the Chinese, despite the fact that they did not colonize Nigeria, are active participants, or should I say, major investor into the Nigerian economy. So what exactly is the relationship, or should I say, what exactly is the deal or the pact or the treaty that was signed by the Nigerian government with the Chinese? Let's talk about the top Chinese investments in Nigeria. The first one I'll be talking about is the Chinatown in Ojota. Of course, for some of us who are familiar with the K2 Oworonshoki Expressway, you can also access the Chinatown. For some of us that have been there, the Chinatown is like an exhibition center where the Chinese culture, the Chinese customs, traditions are being, showcased. Of course, we have several, Chinese restaurants in the Chinatown. The next one I'll also be talking about is the Lekki Free Zone. Although we've been told basically that the Lekki Free Zone is a partnership between the Lagos state government and the Chinese government, and of course it's a free zone where other foreign nationals are allowed, to do their businesses without paying taxes or discounted taxes. And the Chinese have been actively involved in shipping, marine, and other activities. We also have the free zone also in Ogun State, which is also a joint collaboration with the Ogun State government. Of course, the aim of that is to facilitate the Chinese and Ogun State business activities. And also, there is also going to be another free zone and a refinery also in Badagry. Hopefully, the Chinese will also be in charge of that as well. So we have been seeing that they are not just showcasing their civilization, they are also involved in trading as well. In addition to this, the Chinese have also been actively involved in road infrastructure in Lagos, Nigeria. These people have, of course, we know that the Lagos-Ibadan Railway is constructed by the Chinese. Also, the Abuja-Kaduna rail line is also done by the Chinese. Then the Abuja, the Zungeru, hydroelectric power project is also an initiative, and of course, the construction of the Chinese. Then we also have the Abuja, Kefi, Lafia, and Makurdi Road, which is also an initiative, and of course being constructed by the Chinese government. We also seeing that the Chinese government are also in charge of several parks, industrial parks, both in Lagos and in Ogun State. And there was also an allegation too that during the borrowings from the Chinese during the era of President Muhammadu Buhari, that a lot of loans were secured during this administration, and they said that the oil was a collateral or a means of repayment of that of the loan. And that's why we found out that the Chinese are also actively involved in the oil and gas industry in Lagos, Nigeria, and other parts of the nation. So these are some of the things. So if the Chinese are major investors in Nigeria, if the Chinese are taking, of course, if they're actively, controlling the trade and other activities, this is a clear indicator basically that what will happen to you that you are a citizen. Though a lot of people have said that we hope that the Chinese will not colonize Nigeria. Of course, we need to state the fact that Nigeria is a sovereign nation. We obviously don't know the kind of trade agreement that was signed by the Chinese government and the Nigerian government. But what we can say basically is that we admit the contributions of the Chinese government, and we are saying that peradventure, if of course, I also forgot to mention that the Chinese also have industries in Ogun State as well. So the core basically is that regardless of the insecurity situation in Nigeria, regardless of the challenges in Nigeria, the Chinese, the Saudi Arabians and other foreign nationals have refused to leave your country. Today, if you go to Abidjan GRA, inside Choice Garden, larger inhabitants of those places are Chinese. They also have a settlement for them in Lekki and other parts of the country. And of course, even Lagos State government is also building affordable housing. And of course, most of these houses are being bought and inhabited by the government. And of course, you know that the Dangote himself is also building a guest and of course an accommodation for some of his Chinese expatriates. So the Chinese are highly skilled and regarded. So if they are investing in your country, how much more you? Before you say that they are taking over your land, try and own your own investment too. So the Chinese activities in Nigeria or in Lagos particular is a clear indicator that there is future in our industry. There's future in Nigeria. It may not be now, but there's future in that real estate. So this is why you need to invest, because by the time these guys are done with Lagos, probably it may be difficult for somebody else to afford Lagos. So this is why you need to start investing in Chinese free area or you can invest very close to them just to have a share of that, because the Chinese might also say that Nigeria is a place where money is being picked from the ground. For a Chinese to say that in one of the conversations we had, it shows that there's really opportunity. So this is why you should own real estate back home. Until I come your way in another exciting, educative, and of course insightful episode of Property Matters, this is Nigerian. Once again, do well to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. God bless you.